A vast majority of Church of England priests believe Britain can no longer be described as a Christian country, says a New Times survey. Well, what are they doing about it? Pontificating over whether we should call God our Father in the Lord's Prayer, promoting transgender persons to the position of archdeacon, pinning pride flags on the altar, hosting drag queens in the sanctuary, everything but evangelizing the nation. As Christians, we're called to disciple the nations. That is one of the primary vocations of deacons, priests, and bishops. Instead, it seems the Church of England is obsessed with adapting to the social norms of the secular world around it. Why disciple the nation when you can let the nation disciple you? A majority of those surveyed said they believed the Church should change its teaching on gay marriage in the Church, sex outside of marriage, and women's roles in the Church. The Church does not have the authority to change its teaching on these issues. They're doctrinal. Either the Church of England professes to be Christian, or it does not. Either she adheres to the creeds, or she leaves the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. There is no update feature in the faith. There is no capability for the Church to get with the times. These priests had better repent, return to their Bible, for their good and the good of the souls of the nation. The Times survey is not representative, though. The polling tactics that they used were not up to scratch. I know many good priests within the Church of England who are livid at the results. But the point stands, why are there so many heretical priests among their ranks? Sex before marriage is fornication. Sex outside of marriage is adultery. Homosexual sex is sodomy. These are sins. It's not a kindness to affirm sinful lifestyles, however contemporary it may be. Priests are called to be loving in truthfulness, and their duty is the cure of souls. That means leading souls to Christ to be saved. By encouraging extramarital sex and homosexual acts, these modern priests are knowingly leading souls towards hell. Eternal damnation awaits any so-called teacher of the faith who preaches acceptance of what God has called abominable. It becomes clearer by the week with every false pronouncement that the Church of England is in a managed decline, and that the current hierarchy are not interested in saving it, or even saving souls, but in leaving behind a perfectly embalmed liberal corpse. If there is a future for Christianity in England, it will come from a united front from the small O Orthodox faithful. The old dividing lines of evangelical and Catholic will fall away as Orthodox Christians across denominations unite around defence of the Christian faith as it comes under assault from the so-called liberal progressives, whose only God is social acceptance and whose only doctrine is virtue signalling. England always has been and always will be a Christian country. That does not mean there will always be a Church of England.